Look at that baby with those cream puffs.
Okay, excuse me, but this baby would have grown up in a crowded orphanage if it wasn't for us cream puffs. And you know what? No, to all of you who judge, hear this. Love knows no race, creed, or gender. And shame on you,
Mitchell.
you small-minded, ignorant few
Mitchell.
who what?
She's got the cream puffs.
Oh.
The Dunphy's house is so over-landscaped they could use it for the set of Jumanji 3. I still know what you did last Jumanji.
Jeremy makes two pop culture references that aren't sins of the episode cliche.
Sitcom pratfall has to pratfall, but how exactly did Claire lose the ball here? She had cleared the door. Does she have a fear of open refrigerator doors? Because that plotline would be a lot more interesting and original than dealing with daughter's first boyfriend. Son being taught a lesson, stepfather learning to be a better stepfather, dad learning to be understanding to his gay son, and understanding other culture.
Jeremy shares his personal opinion despite having the intellect of a brick ex machina.
Honey, do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt?
Claire has apparently been to a Modest is Hottest seminar recently, and will now make her daughter and other girls watching feel self-conscious about their body image. But hey, jokes.
Oh, so characters are never allowed to act like real people if their behavior might make some of the audience uncomfortable? For a guy who watches TV for a living, this is really dumb.
Where's the baby oil?
It's our bedside tip. I don't know. Find it.
If the joke here is that mom and dad are using the baby oil for when it's time to do the dirty Dunphy dance, I'd just like to point out that baby oil is not intended for use in intimate areas, and can cause infection. Feel free to use lube, but be mature enough to go buy some meant for sexy time.
Okay, so they made a mistake. And that's a sin of the episode because... Oh, you can't justify this? Alrighty then.
Just don't want my kids to make the same bad mistakes I made.
Parent not wanting their kid to grow up like them cliche.
That's not a cliche.
Come on, Coach. You gotta take that kid out.
Sorry for the mansplaining here, but if you're going to blame someone, blame that goalie. He should have covered that ball easily.
Except the goalie might not have been in that position to begin with if Manny had actually been doing anything. At least the goalie tried to stop the ball. Manny didn't do anything.
Just adopted her from Vietnam.
Vietnam does not allow adoption by same-sex parents. Not only is this a sin for accuracy, it's a sin for closed-minded people wherever they may live.
That's actually a good sin.
You know, I'm gonna give a speech.
Considering Mitch is currently talking at full volume, pretty sure most people already heard the comment about how insensitive they were once Cam came aboard.
That's what you consider full volume? Seriously? He was actually being fairly quiet. Certainly not loud enough for everyone on board to hear him.
Russian nesting credits.
Which is bad because... Oh, you don't have a reason? Okay.
Mom! Dad! Luke! Just shut me!
Considering how pretty much every viewer probably wanted to shoot Alex with a plastic BB after this pilot, I feel like Claire and Phil should give Luke a break. And since they don't and I'm a dick, we'll go ahead and send that miscarriage of justice for Luke.
Jeremy just advocated for shooting a child.
Oh, that was horrible. Your wish is horrible. You're horrible. You're an irredeemable monster.
I want to tell Brenda Philman I love her.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Manny, she's 16.
Oh, it's okay for you to take an order love her?
Manny would be great at TVSins. Also, this adult in a kid's body shtick is pretty funny. Good thing the show won't be on the air long enough for Manny to outgrow the bit, but have the writers still try to pull it off when he's in his 20s. Glad that'll never happen.
Sinning the future of the show when you're supposed to be sinning the current episode.
Look, it's the boom mic operator, which, yes, I know, it's a mockumentary, but even so, them should be hidden.
So you admit that it's a mockumentary, meaning that boom mic operators are present in universe, but you still sin it anyway.
And while we're at it, this whole documentary thing is a joke of a conceit. Originally, they were planning on it being because a Dutch director that had lived with the Dunphys came back to film them. But then they were like, nah, audiences won't care. We'll just use it as a lazy storytelling device without ever once explaining it.
And they were right. The audience didn't care about it. Seriously, you and your brainless sycophants are the only ones who actually wanted it to be explained.
Phil, sweetie, honey, he is Dylan and he is a senior.
And you are holding on to this teenage kid's hand for an uncomfortable amount of time.
That's hypocritical considering your attraction to 10-year-old Emma Watson.
So, you know, if Haley got pregnant, would you ever pretend she has mono for a few months and then, tell everyone the baby's yours?
Just wait a few seasons, the writers are sure to run out of ideas pretty quickly, and then we can find out.
Once again, he's sinning the future of the show instead of the current episode, clearly indicating that there weren't enough legitimate sins to make a full video.
You're just friends, watching Falcon Crest in the next year lying underneath the air hockey table with your bra in your pocket.
Ah yes, Falcon Crest, the 80s after.
Skip.
Come into my house and you insult me and my boyfriend, who, by the way, is not that dramatic.
Still better than the Disney remake.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny.
I don't have friends. I got family.